Hi, thanks for taking the time today to view Binghamton University's presentation on Financial Aid 101. Today, we're going to review the basics of what financial aid is and how students may access it. What is financial aid? Financial aid consists of various categories that can help you pay for your education. These include grants, which are free money. Typically, access to these funds are based on financial need. Scholarships can be awarded to you based on various criteria. This is also free funding that doesn't need to be repaid. Loans also can be borrowed to finance your education. These are required to be paid back. Employment can be another form of financial aid. You could have the opportunity to earn a paycheck to help with non-billed college expenses. In order to be eligible for federal financial aid, you must be admitted into a degree-seeking program and be a U.S. citizen or eligible non-citizen. It's also important to know that you must file the FAFSA in order to be eligible for federal aid. Since the federal government feels both the parent and student are responsible for college expenses, parent and student information is required on the FAFSA. For divorced or separated parents, the parent whom the student lives with must provide the parent information on the FAFSA. In joint custody situations, the parent providing the most support should provide their information. If the parent the student lives with is remarried, the parent and step-parent must provide their information on the FAFSA. There are some situations in which a student may be considered independent for federal financial aid purposes. These include date of birth, marital status, degree program, military status, and other situations like having children or dependents that you support more than 50%, being an orphan, ward of court, or in foster care, being an emancipated minor, in legal guardianship, or homeless or at risk of homelessness. How do I apply? The first step is to apply for the 23-24 school year by going to the FAFSA website on or after October 1st, 2022. Please remember, this application is free to complete and you will need 2021 income information for student and parents. What do you need for your FAFSA? Well, first you'll need to create a FSA ID and password to manage this coming year's application and all subsequent applications. Other required data include social security numbers for both student and parents. If applicable, a driver's license number for the student, 2021 1040 tax returns and W-2s, 2021 untaxed income records, asset information, and a list of schools you're currently interested in attending. There are some common mistakes you can avoid when filling out your FAFSA. Be sure both a parent and the student submit e-signatures on the application. Please be careful to enter social security numbers, dates of birth, and names accurately to make sure that they match your social security cards. Be certain that step-parent information is included if your parent is remarried. It is also very important to report accurate taxed and untaxed income information, as well as tax paid, real estate, and investment net worth, household size, and number of college. Incorrectly reporting this data may cause you to be disqualified from receiving aid you are entitled to. You will be given the option to link your federal tax data to your FAFSA. This is a good option to easily enter information accurately and seamlessly into your application and can reduce the amount of documentation you may be asked to submit to your school later on. If you're a New York State resident attending a New York college, you will want to file a New York State aid application, also known as TAP application. This application is required to be completed every school year for all New York State aid grants and scholarships. There will be a link at the end of your FAFSA application that will bring you directly into the state application. If you did not directly link to the application at the end of the FAFSA, you may access it at hesc.ny.gov by selecting the Student Access yellow tab on the top right corner of the page. A valuable scholarship for high achieving students who are certain that they will pursue a degree and a career in the STEM field is the New York State STEM Incentive Program. To be eligible, the student must rank in the top 10% of their graduating class in a New York State high school, be matriculated in an approved undergraduate program, earn a 2.5 cumulative GPA each term, and execute a contract agreeing to live in New York State and work in a STEM field for 5 years post-graduation. The application will open in spring of 2023 with a deadline in mid-August. Another popular scholarship opportunity available for students from households earning less than $125,000 per year who are pursuing an undergraduate degree at a SUNY or CUNY college is the Excelsior Scholarship. In order to remain eligible for this award, it is imperative that students be enrolled full-time and complete at least 30 credits per year. Students also will be required to sign a contract agreeing to live and work in New York State for the same amount of years that they earned the scholarship for. Some schools require additional forms to be completed to qualify for aid. Contact the school to find out if anything besides the New York State and FAFSA applications are necessary to be considered for all financial aid options. Your school may require you to complete the CSS profile application for non-federal aid eligibility. It is $25 for the first school and $16 for each additional school. Binghamton University does not require this application at this time. Your eligibility for financial aid is calculated based on the information provided on your FAFSA. A school may request documentation to verify information on the application. Once your file is complete, your aid offer will be calculated. It is important to be aware of dates and keep in contact with your school to ensure that you have provided everything required to maximize your aid eligibility. The 23-24 FAFSA will be available October 1st, 2022. You should file as early as you can. Be certain to review your FAFSA acknowledgement in case corrective action is needed on your part. Know if your school has a FAFSA filing deadline. Typically, colleges will begin to send out award letter between January and April. Remember, the national admission reply date is May 1st. After you receive your financial aid offers, you can compare them using your school's comparison worksheet. It's easier to see the big picture and calculate the bottom line when you enter information for each college's aid and expenses. It's time to get ready to file your financial aid applications. Get your documents ready and make sure you have your correct social security numbers. Don't stress, the FAFSA is specifically made to help you complete the application accurately. You can always save your application and finish later if you need to get clarification on a question or just take a break. Sometimes the information you enter on your FAFSA is not an accurate representation of your family's current financial situation. This could be due to a change in employment status or income, high medical expenses not covered by insurance, change in parent marital status, dependent care expenses, or inability to obtain parent information. Please contact your school if any of these describe your situation. They'll direct you as to next steps to file an appeal. In summary, please be sure to review your school-specific processes and timelines and gather documentation you need for your application. Now is the time to start searching for scholarships. A good place to start is your high school guidance counseling office. Be sure to contact your school's financial aid office if you think your situation warrants a special circumstance appeal. And please, please know that you should avoid websites, consultants, planners, or services that charge money to apply for financial aid. It is free to file your FAFSA and New York State aid applications, and your school's financial aid office staff will be able to assist you if you get stuck in your application, your financial aid journey. Feel free to reach out to our office at finaid@binghamton.edu if you have any questions. All the best on your future college endeavors. Thank you.